Oh no. I did this backwards, I think. Hey everyone, it's Issa Morgan, and today I am doing a collaboration with Beck from What the Beck. I am so excited for this. We decided to each pick a hat crochet pattern, and then we sent each other challenges that we have to incorporate into our projects. So I picked a cat beanie, which if you're unfamiliar, it's essentially a rectangle folded in half, so up the top and the side. Or how I like to do it is I do a chain and then I like to work in the round, going around that chain using half double crochets until it's the length that I want. So that's the base pattern I'm using, but I have to incorporate some challenges that Beck sent me. So Beck sent me 7 challenges, and I'm going to put them on a wheel and spin them to see how this beanie is gonna turn out. I do have to warn you, I lost a bunch of footage from filming this video. I don't know what happened to it. I feel awful about that. And then when I was recording my call with Beck, I unfortunately only recorded the screen and not the audio, so there may be some clips that have missing audio as well. So I'm still getting used to being a YouTuber and all the things that go into filming, both audio, visual, the storage, editing, all of that is still so new to me, and I'm learning so much. So I really appreciate that Beck was willing to partner with me on a video so early in my YouTube career, and I hope that I can make a video that'll make them proud. And definitely go check out Beck's video. I am sure their video is much more put together than I. Beck has been doing YouTube far longer than I have, so definitely go check them out. Of course, their link will be down in the description. But with that being said, let's spin the wheel and see what challenges I have to incorporate into a cat beanie. This is the yarn that I have decided to use for this little cat hat. It's just I think it's Red Heart Super Saver striping, retro stripes. I don't know. It's the basic acrylic yarn. I just have a little bit left. I did a blanket out of this, and this is what I had left of it, which is not a lot. So I thought it would be perfect for this since it'll be pretty small, but it's also variegated, which is fun. And I'm gonna use a 4.5 hook. I was debating going smaller, but since I'm gonna be doing it blindfolded, I think having some looser stitches will be helpful. Now I have the added 5th challenge of I just got my nails done, and they are quite a bit longer than I'm used to. I maybe should have asked her to file them down more, but she's pretty new to this as a neighbor high schooler who's trying to make some extra cash. So I thought, why not get my nails done? And I didn't want to ask too many questions or make too many recommendations. They're a little longer than I'm used to, so added 5th challenge, long nails. But okay, I think I want to do a V-stitch or a granny stitch. Could be cute. That has negative space. Does a granny stitch count as having negative space? What did they say in their email? They gave a few suggestions. And I know V-stitch was one, and I know mesh stitch was one. Something lacy, a V-stitch, or chain spaces. So if I do a granny stitch with a chain space between it, I think that counts. Okay, That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do granny stitch with a chain space. I'm gonna use this little guy as our model. I think his head is roughly the size of my cat's heads, so we're gonna make it to fit him, and he won't mind me putting yarn on him, wearing hats, and messing around. So it'll be a lot easier to use this guy than it would be to use one of my actual cats. I'm thinking maybe chain. We're not gonna be able to do that many granny stitches. 15, we'll do 5. Let's try it, let's see that. Okay, so let's do, maybe I do 20. Okay, so we have 20 stitches, but then I'm gonna chain 2 for my start. I'm not blindfolding myself for the chain or working into the chain, but I will blind myself for the main body of it. And I will also say, I will allow myself to take the blindfold off to measure, since I don't know how many rows I'll need to do. I'll probably only need like 5 rows. So this might be a pretty short project. I'm not saying it's gonna turn out well. I don't normally do my granny stitches with chains between them, so we'll see if I forget. Working in the round blindfolded is probably harder than working a flat panel blindfolded, huh? So I'm maybe making it harder on myself, but it's a challenge, so that's fine. And now we're gonna work back into the other side of the chain to set up our rounds. I think that will fit. Let me grab a blindfold. Here goes. Okay, I cannot see anything, I promise you. All right, so we're gonna chain 2. I feel like this first one is gonna be the hardest, just because, man, these nails, the actual crocheting with the nails isn't that hard, but feeling the chain spaces is. Oh, did I chain? I don't think I did. Extra challenge that I did not anticipate of being blindfolded is I can't count my stitches, or I can't see if I've chained. Okay, chain. I have my eyes closed under this blindfold, not that I need to, but I just naturally did it. Okay, 3 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain. You can decide what stitch I would do for an order. Maybe shell stitch. No. I've seen these. I do like a, what do I call it? Like a circle stitch. I think I'm in the end of my round. Now slip stitch. I don't know if I'm going to be able to slip stitch into the actual chain. I may just slip stitch between the chain and the first double crochet. It'll be our secret. Don't tell anyone. Crocheting blindfolded is kind of meditative, actually. Ooh. Oh no. We're going into our last round before the border. I feel like I kind of cheated by picking the granny stitch because the spaces make it easier to know where I need to crochet into. But in my defense, that was another challenge, was to use a stitch that had negative space. So I just used that to my advantage. Okay. I don't know which side is the right side out. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. All right, I'll let you see it first. Here's how we're looking. And then take the blindfold off. It's so bright. Oh, that's kind of cute. My joins don't look as good, obviously, as they would have if I had my eyes open and could join into the chain stitch instead of just into the space next to the chain stitch, but I don't think it's that bad. Let's check the length with our little bear Charlie here. Let's see how the length is looking. Wait, that's so cute. I love it. I said I wasn't gonna do the border blindfolded, but this turned out so much better than I thought it would. I'm kind of wondering if I should. I think I decided I want to do a camel stitch border, which I just learned about. I looked up a list of border stitches and this one looked really cute and I thought it would look good with this. And essentially what it is doing rounds of half double crochet, but into the third loop to make like kind of a knit striped look. And I do think I'm gonna do it blindfolded. Might look terrible, but I want to try it. Okay, grab my little hat. I know my crochet hook's around here somewhere. Here it is, here it is. Here's my loop. I don't know which way it needs to go in. I might have twisted that. I'm gonna chain one. I'm gonna half double in every double crochet and chain space around. To go feed my cats, so I am gonna take my blindfold off and see how it looks and how poorly I did on that, but I'll let you look first. How did I do? I think the next rows going into the back bump are gonna go so poorly. You know, honestly, there's a couple places where I did 2 stitches into the same space and then like skipped over one, but for the most part, not too terrible. I'm thinking I'll do 2 rows of crocheting into the, I did this backwards, I think. This is the outside now. Problem solved. I have a feeling this is gonna be the hardest part yet. Let's try and feel back bumps. Oh my gosh, I can't feel it at all. I think the technique that I figured out is to like go into the stitch like normal and then like back up and go down, and I'm hoping that's the right loop that I'm supposed to be crocheting into. Chain one. Okay, so that's how the first row is looking. And I was gonna do one more row. I think I'm done. I have no clue how this border's gonna look, but it's probably not gonna be correct. Okay, let's see it. Okay, it's not awful. I mean, okay, I think, I definitely think I missed some stitches because it's like cinching in quite a bit. Let's put it on our little bear here. Oh, I covered up your eye, you can't see. All right, here's how it's looking. I still think it's cute. I do think the border adds something so it doesn't just end. So here it is, the cat-sized cat hat that is made with negative space that has a border stitch. I did a blindfolded and was made for a cat size instead of a person size. I'm gonna weave in these ends off camera with my eyes open. I'm not gonna be blindfolded for that. But then let's see what Beck thinks about this. Okay, so I decided to do a cat beanie. So with this challenge, I got size it for someone else, incorporate negative space, add a border stitch, and do it blindfolded. So I did the whole thing blindfolded after the chain and first round. So I chained and then worked into the chain without my blindfold, but then I did the rest of it blindfolded. So I opted to do my hat for a cat, but since my kittens don't really like wearing hats, I have Charlie the bear here to model this cat beanie for us. So it's cat sized, and I'll send over a little clip of me trying to put it on my cats. They weren't having it. So Charlie is much more agreeable. Isa and friends, viewers, audience members alike, I am here to show you what I have made with my challenge. So I decided to do a hat as well. I did a jester hat from my own pattern, and because I knew it was going to be a little bit of a longer project, I decided to switch up the challenge every 5 rows. And I won't say that that was a mistake, but it sure was a challenge. So to start off, I did the challenges trip to the UK, blindfolded, use a thinner yarn, change a color, and change your hook. So those were kind of spruced throughout my hat. Like I said, I kind of kept it interesting by changing every few rows. And this is how it turned out. Ta-da! I really ended up liking this confetti yarn that I used. This was a Red Heart yarn that I haven't tried before, and I'm on a yarn ban, so I'm trying very hard not to buy any more. But this is how it turned out. I did the trip to the UK section where I did US double crochets as if they were single crochets, because in the UK a double crochet is what we would call a single crochet in the US. Because I didn't want my hat to be like out of whack, I did 1 row as single crochets, and then I did an even row where I didn't increase or decrease at all, just to make sure it was the same height as this one over here. This section up here and this white are my thinner yarn sections, and the sections where I used the darker color are the ones where it said to change color, because I started with the multicolor on both sides of the hat. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks super funky and fun. I even at one point decided to change color even when it wasn't required, just to kind of give it a bit more balance, and then I put some fun little pom-poms on the end. And this is what it looks like when it's on. Totally ready to go be gay and do crimes. Thank you so much to Isa for reaching out and doing this collab. I had such a fun time. If any of you all would like to follow me, my information is right here. I'm What the Beck on most things, and if I'm not, it's What the Beck 12, because someone got to it before I did. Thank you for watching. Oh my gosh, that looks so amazing. I would not be able to tell that you had done all of these challenges with this hat. Like, it all looks so intentional and so seamless. Like, this looks amazing. I love this. I would totally wear this hat. This is great. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first of a few collabs I have going on this year. So please give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and future collabs. Go check out Beck's channel to see what challenges I set for them and to see how their project came out. And while you're over there, go ahead and subscribe to them as well. I'm Isa Morgan, and it's been great making this little cat hat beanie with you today. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!